last year. So the Rebels have a man in scoring position on that here this evening. That's lifted down the right side and out of play. Strike two. Drew Berrigan's 9th home run of the year. It's a 2-run blast. And just like that here in the top of the first, it's 2. Aiden Garcia, the catcher, now stepping up. First pitch in there, strike one. Garcia, senior from Covina, California, transferred from Florida Atlantic. That's hit hard, but out of play. It's fouled back again. Martinez, 5-1. That's lifted to right field, going back to the wall, and caught by the center fielder, Hudson Manwaring. That hung up there. So Cooper Sheff, the designated hitter at the plate, 308 on the year. He also had a transfer from Oregon. Ryan Krapel charges, fires, and cannot complete the throw to Cooper. Krapel, the baseball. Miller Durham is the usual starter at first, but this being a non-conference game and a big weekend. Salmon, a senior out of Newport Beach, California. Cooper Sheff on the base pass, 5 of 8 in stolen bases. That's lifted down the left field line and drifting foul. He's tied for the team lead with 5 stolen bases. 1 ball, 2 strikes. There goes Sheff. The throw down to second. It blow here in the top half of the first inning. Drew Berrigan, a 2-run blast. And we go to the bottom of the first. Batting 5th and playing right field, Brian Martinez. Batting 6th and playing left field, Finnegan Stewart. Batting .346 on the season. And he rips. So Hudson Manwaring at the plate now for Utah Tech on the year. First pitch right down the alley. Strike 2. L.J. Manning. And he's up on the count on Manwaring. 0-2. And that's a stolen base for Kyle McDaniel. McDaniel now inside, ball 2. Ball 3, full count now. Trailblazers. The payoff for Manning, that's lifted into right field, shallow. Here comes Hurdle. And Hurdle had a long way to go to make that play and just couldn't get there in time. So that's going to be classic this season. So that brings up third baseman Ryan Krapel. Okay. That misses. Ball 1. Knocking in runs. Kyle McDaniel from third. It's now a 2-1 game, UNLV. It went over his head and blocked the view of the catcher, Garcia. And it'll be considered a wild pitch. That brings in Manwaring, and we're tied at 2. That catch. So they're going to give Krapel a single. And we're tied at 2. Ty Johnson, the DH, at the plate. Takes the first pitch, ball 1. The Trailblazers with 2 here in the bottom. Still nobody out. Strike one now. 2-1. Brian Martinez on deck for Utah Tech. And Crapel all the way from first to third. Third base, so now Crapel 7 for 7 stolen bases. So 2 steals here in the bottom of the first for Utah just a little bit. And Manning gets Johnson looking. Good pitch by L.J. Manning to get the first out. And only his 13th bat of the year. Tech with 1 down in the bottom of the first. Runners at the corners. Finnegan Stewart, the left fielder, now steps up to the plate. 1 down the third base line and foul. Martinez has not down and runners at the corners. The 0-1 pitch to Stewart. Down the right field line. Wouldn't expect either of these 2 starting pitchers to go very long. Don't be surprised. Martinez, the throw, not in time. The throw out, and Crapel is tagged out at the plate. And Crapel had to pause for just a moment, and that allowed time for the again, but he has nowhere to go. So Martinez at third. Finnegan Stewart. First pitch a little bit low. 1 ball, no strike. It's on Cooper Smith with 2 down here in the bottom of the first. We're tied at 2. So Smith on first, right there on the elbow pad. On the year, swings at the first pitch, strike 1. California, that's taken by Garitano, and that will finish off the bottom of the first. Trailblazers get 2 back, and we go. California Baptist went 1 inning, didn't give up a hit. Nicky Garantano in the hole for UNLV. 1 ball, 1 strike to Salmon. Ball 2, 2-1 on the road away from Vegas. 3 balls and a strike to Salmon. UNLV. Full. And this nice battle here to lead off the top of the second between Martinez and Salmon. For a leadoff single for Jack Salmon. And he's going to turn it into a double. Here comes the throw, not in time. Rebels right there. He got himself a double to lead off the top of the second. Jaden Hurdle, the right fielder at the plate, batting .330 on the year. Salmon will tag and make it safely to third.
Now batting first base, number 14, Nicky Garantano.
Nicky Garantano, senior from Las Vegas. First pitch in there, strike 1. Strike 2. First start at first base. John Rodriguez is the normal first baseman. And makes the out, number 2. Here. Myro Jr. For the foul, strike two. Two strikes on Myro. Runner on third for the 14. Opponents are batting .333 against Tate Foxen Jr. out of it. So we go to the bottom of the 360 on the year. He's a local kid out of St. George here. Junior. Soto Jr. leads the team in RBI, and that goes. And we go top of the order, Kyle McDaniel. Ball one. Ball two. McDaniel up in the count to Foxen. 2-0. Three and one. That's in there. Strike two. Payoff. And a draws a walk. McDaniel had a stolen base last inning, so he's still perfect. 9 for 9 now in stolen bases. Let's see him way. Wants to make sure that he's close to the bag. Doesn't get a big jump. Hits the outside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike. That one nearly got him, and Foxen really wanted that one. You saw McDaniel leaning the other way. If that throw was a little... And Manwaring, strike two. And there he goes, McDaniel the second. The throw was over the head of, it's his second stolen base in as many innings. Hussey, out number 2. McDaniel's head for third. Grapel, 5-round tripper. McDaniel comes in to score. It's a RBI single for Grapel. His second run knocked in here. One more and he'll tie for second on the team. And Grapel, he had a stole. That's hit up the middle, and that's going to be a back-to-back base hit for Utah Tech. And then was left stranded. First pitch, strike one. That was a good movement on that pitch for strike two. That's handled by Rosales, and it's going to be called a foul ball. It remains 0-2. See if we can see what happened here. Yeah, Foxen, so Ty Johnson now on second. Finds the gap. In comes Grapel. Here comes Ty Johnson. And it's a 2-run single. A new pitcher for UNLV. We'll tell you all about him when we come back. For Lewick, this is his 11th appearance. He's 2-1 on the year with an 8.50 ERA. He struck out 30 crossed here in the bottom half of the second inning to take a 5-2 lead. RBI single, and then Ty Johnson with a single, and then Brian Martinez brought in 2 more with a single. Doubled that amount here with 1 swing of the bat. Base Lewick. So that balk coming back to hurt the Rebels. Lewick, and that'll end the inning. So Lewick comes in, 1 pitch, and finishes it off. But Trailblazers 38, walked 18. Opponents are batting .263. So I wouldn't expect Coastal to come in relief for the weekend series this week against Tarleton State.